Hello, this is Patrick. I am going to do a quick dowsing of the most important thing in your life besides air. It's water. Sorry, I muffed that up. I'm going to get a glass of water from mine. Okay, here's water from a well. I had this discussion. Someone wrote some nice comments a couple months ago. We were talking about water, and I thought that'd be a good topic to briefly talk about how the water vastly changes across the country depending where you are. And 10 will be the highest frequency water available. A 10 component of water also is probably close to a vortex. You know what I'm saying? So it's electromagnetically charged just by where it's located in the country. So it could be very clean water and still be an 8. So you need, if your water comes from a vortex, it'll be like a 10. And then I have Arrow. You know that brand? Arrow. And here's one I never heard of. We'll do this one. Niagara. You know. And let's continue. Okay, I want to show you first. Could you give me Chicago water? Chicago water. Chicago is about 1.5. Can you give me San Francisco? San Francisco is pretty good. San Francisco is 4.5. All right. Can you give me Arrow? Arrow in a plastic bottle. It's about 5.5. Can you give me Niagara? Niagara, please. About 3.5. See, can you give me how much you lose toxicity by putting it in a plastic container, getting plastic water? Could you give me a weight? Is there a weight? Oh, it's roughly, do you see that? It's roughly a 1. It's roughly a 1. So what I'm saying there is, if this is in a container, the plastic will leach into the water and give you a -1. So the water could start off at a 5 but be a 4 by the time you buy it at the supermarket. So we're just playing. Can you give me, let's say if I had a 4, let's say if I had a 2 water, and I put it in Brita, what will it be the results? What can Brita do to my water for me? What will Brita do? All right. It'll pump you up like almost a 4. So Brita does work if you have really bad water and you don't have access to well water or clean water. It looks like a 1.5 stars. So you can add 1.5 stars to the quality of water with a Brita type water filter. And could you give me my water, well water, please? Leave that water right there. I'm fortunate that I wish I'd lived here all my life and had access. This is a 10. This water here, and here's comes out 140 feet. And there is a vortex not far away. There's not many vortexes in the United States. There's about 52 of them. And at 10, I mean, there's many that rate at 8 and 7. Mount Shasta is a 10. There's a vortex there. And so if you got water from Mount Shasta, that would be good. And the city adds, a lot of these cities add chlorine and fluoride, and that further reduces the water to toxicity. Brita will help remove that, but I'm just suggesting that as a last, you're trying to get the toxicities out of there. And okay, can you give me? Let's go look at New York City, please. New York City water. New York City, and then we'll go from there. Now, New York gets theirs from upstate. It looks like it's roughly 4.5. All right. I'm doing this quickly. If I spend a little more time on each one of these, I would get you a little bit more. It looks like a 4 almost. What else is there? Los Angeles. Los Angeles water. Los Angeles is not good. Yeah. It's like a 1.5. There are probably so many people there. The water comes from the Sierras. God, that's pretty low. I didn't know it was going to be that low. Who would have the best water? How about Aspen? The city of Aspen, please. I get a 7. A 7. Can you give me Detroit? Detroit, Michigan. Wow. That's the worst one of the batch so far. I would say let's give it a half a star. All right. It's very toxic. If you live in Detroit, maybe you should get a Brita. And that'll get you up to like 2.5. Now, how about this? My final question. How about ceramic? Those ceramic water filters. Please give me the ceramic water filters. How much do they add? Gravity fed, like I have. They'll add 2. All right, that's a 2. Those are about $200. You know, you can put 2 gallons of water in, and it has a ceramic filter, and it'll add 2 stars to your water. Okay, so that's not bad. And but again, if you live in Detroit, you can't fix that. You can't fix that unless. Okay, and then what's my last one? You know, the problem with these is that they're in plastic containers. If it was glass or ceramic bottles like they used to have them, you know, Perrier is in glass, you know. So anyway, those are things to think about for your water. Water is the most important item you consume in your life besides air. It's really, really important. And taking showers is the other issue. You know, you take in those poisons through your skin. So I'm just making suggestions here. Throughout your life, you just try your best to try to get clean water for drinking and showering. And I think it'll make a big difference in your health. You know, water is probably the first variable in our algorithm of a healthy lifestyle. And Max agrees. I think there's a deer out there, so I'll have to go check. Okay, thank you very much, and I appreciate it.